Hi everyone, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to do a DIY reusable bag. This is what it looks like. Here's what you're going to need. Feel free to rewind and pause during this video, and a lot of these materials are optional. It's kind of just like if you have random material or anything laying around. I had a lot of spare jeans, so that's what I used. Unless you're really good at math, using a guide is really helpful. It's not mandatory, so I didn't really include it on the materials. Just cut out a paper bag to the width and size that you want your bag to be. So this is my bag shape. It's like a cylinder. And we'll be using the guide to create the outside of the bag. So these are my grandma's old jeans that we'll be using. Their pant legs are really wide, so I used it for the body. Here I'm just going to be cutting the pant legs to the shape of the guide, making sure all edges are straight. You could use anything as a straight edge. Here I'm using a magazine. And then here I'm cutting the other pant leg and layering them to fit the guide, making sure everything is straight. This video you'll see me pinning everything together, but in reality you could use pins, clips, safety pins, anything that's going to hold the two together while you're gluing them or sewing them. And here I'm drawing a really ghetto circle using the tape measure, and my sister could not hold the camera right for me. Make sure your circle is the same width as the bottom of the bag, and here I'm just pinning everything together, making sure it's going to stay still while I glue or sew it together. This is when I was setting up my sewing machine with yellow thread to match the yellow thread on the jeans. And honestly, I've never seen myself sew before, so I'm kind of disgusted to see myself hunched over. I do have glasses, I just never use them. Woo! The circle's done. And here I was definitely a little bit extra and I learned how to make buttonholes, but slits in your fabric would work just fine. And now we're going to be working on the interior of the bag. So here I'm just looking for extra fabric that's going to fit my guide and I know will fit inside of the bag. Here you could just see me cutting the interior material, and I will also be pinning it to make sure everything stays together when you're sewing or gluing. And here is just me sewing all the pieces together. I do not know why I look so angry. I'm sorry for this negative energy. So this is me drawing out the circle again. I wanted to do it in real time so you could actually see how I'm doing it. I'm just moving the tape measure with it pinned down so it makes a circle, and it makes a circle all the way around, kind of like how you would use a protractor. And then we're just gonna cut that circle out. So here I'm really showing my mediocre cutting skills. I just want to say that not everything has to be perfect, and you'll see not everything is perfect on this bag. So now we're just going to go back to sewing the circle on the bottom of the interior, and if you're gluing it back onto the interior and waiting for everything to dry so nothing breaks or rips off. Also, it looks like I found my glasses. This is a pretty quick time lapse of me putting the interior inside of the bag, and I will also be folding the hem and kind of showing you guys how to put it in and pin it inside so that it's a clean edge. So you could also just glue this material inside. You don't have to sew it to still have the clean edge. So now we'll be moving on to making the straps. I will be using another pair of jeans that no longer fit me. You could use any other fabric or even light wash jeans if you want to, but these are just the ones that I had. And then here you could see me keeping that middle stitch of the jean just for style. You definitely don't have to do this, and you could just do whatever is easier for you. And I just want to say that after you sew them to create your tubes, keep them inside out. Do not turn them outside in as I did in this. We're going to be sewing the two tubes together, as you can see here, using the embroidery thread. but the stitch on the outside came out really ugly, as you can see here. So I ended up making kind of like a cover for it. You're gonna take a rectangle piece of fabric, fold it in, and then sew to make a clean edge, and then kind of wrap it around the strap like a band-aid. Turns out really cute. And then you're going to be adjusting the straps of how you want the bag to hang. If you want it on your side, if you want it a little bit longer. Here's where I ended up pinning mine. So I ended up having a lot of problems sewing the interior and the straps on because jean is so thick. I ended up breaking a needle, which is kind of insane. But here's just a small video of showing how clean the hem should be on the inside. But yeah, I ended up getting through it, so it was fine. And now you could take any type of ribbon or rinkety dinkety string and just tie it or weave it through your drawstring bag, and it's cute. I ended up ripping this off of an old headband that I used to wear in the 3rd grade. So here's our little jean drawstring bag. It's sustainable, nothing new was bought to make it, everything was reused, it's cute, it's super spacious. Here I have my hydro flask, and you could even fit some books in it. You could use it for groceries at the store, or even just when you want to go out. Thank you for your guys' time, and see you later.